So I recorded this video before the apology video came out, so I just wanted to show you guys the apology video real quick. Or not really show you, but just break it down. The apology video basically is just them saying they fucked up. They made massive mistakes and they apologize. It wasn't their intention for this, and they genuinely didn't mean to mistakenly do this. Ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, the apology video is pretty solid, but has many flaws. They say that they didn't market it well and they didn't describe it well, therefore people were upset, but people understood what they were doing. They understood the reason they were doing it. They overpaid, they overspent, and now they're asking you to fit the bill for their mismanagement of their company. They don't ever bring that up, and they try to ignore it and try to play it off like it never happened. In the grand scheme of things, this apology video, I think for their core fan base will put them at rest, but their casual fan base is going to be pretty upset. We'll have to see how it plays out for them in the future, but overall, it's an alright apology video. Now let's get to the core video that I made. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and I think you know, obviously by the title and thumbnail of what I'm talking about today. I'm a little bit late to the party, but I was a little late on the news as I haven't watched them in a while. The Watcher moving to paid services in order for you to watch their videos. A horrendous business decision, but let's just break down the video for maybe some of you that haven't seen it, and then that way you can develop your own opinion as I break it down. Alrighty.
As sad as it is to say goodbye to YouTube, it's the right thing to do.
If this is my last time on YouTube, then baby, what a life I've lived here.
The beginning of this video for about 5 to 7 minutes is just them trying to guilt trip you into believing that, they're not here for the money. They're here for the good times. They're people. They're doing this because they love it. They're not moving to a streaming service out of greed. They really just love it, and YouTube just isn't good enough anymore. That is how they're selling this new streaming service, and I must say it's truly a pathetic selling point. As you can see in the background, this is just guilt-tripping your audience into believing that they need to support you. You're trying to make them feel like, you don't have a choice. When in reality, YouTube channels the size of The Watcher, 3 million subscribers, almost 4 million, I believe. You're not running low on money. You're making millions on top of millions of dollars. You are racking it in. You also have a Patreon, which people spend thousands of dollars on through years and years of supporting you. They have spent thousands on your Patreon, and this is how you repay them. What I'm trying to say is, you're not trying to guilt trip your audience into buying a streaming service. Your audience isn't that dumb, and the fact that you thought they were that dumb is more of an insult to the audience than anything. The fact that you thought they were just going to sit down and take it is just truly pathetic. And the fact that you have the balls to compare yourself to Grammy award-winning shows that are on Netflix is truly pathetic. But again, I'm ranting, so let's get back to the video.
Luckily, I was, roped into Unsolved and was able to be in that.
There was a fire in all three of us. We had something to prove. We had a passion for making content and making it to a certain level of quality that would perhaps punch above its weight. And so we figured, okay, if we could make something for BuzzFeed that's like that, why couldn't we not bet on ourselves and then perhaps do the same thing at our own little shop?
What he's saying there is, why would we work for BuzzFeed, a massive corporation that only pays us a salary? Well, when we could just go out, do it ourselves, and make millions. The simple fact is, these guys are not stupid. They know what their plan is. They are trying to make you feel sorry for them. It almost feels it just feels bad. I mean, it's like watching a YouTube apology video before the YouTube apology video even dropped. You know it's coming. There's just no way that a streaming service is going to support what they think it's going to support. But again, let's let them finish.
A passion for exploring, the stuff that we're interested in.
I'm so proud of what we've built here at Watcher. My proudest moments have been being able to hire incredible people. It's like growing our staff from 3 to 6 to 10 to 20 to 25.
This just sounds like terrible business strategy, because there is no way in fuck you needed 25 people to make this. There's just no way. Yes, their content is really well produced. I'll give them that. It is high tier quality content, but there's no fucking way you need 25 people to make what they're making. They're overproducing. They're investing too much in the quality of the video. Most of the time, you're watching these YouTubers because they have a great personality. You're not watching them because they have cool looking lighting. The simple fact is they're over-investing in areas that they don't need to be investing in, and now asking you to fit the bill for their poor management.
Ads to make money, to pay the bills, to run this office, to make beautiful content for all of you guys out there. Unfortunately, over time, the deals that we were getting in 2019, 2020 are looking a lot different than they are today. We're making something for two audiences. We're making it for the fans, all of you out there, and we're also making it to please the advertisers. It's difficult to make the stuff that we want to make and also then appeal to the advertisers as well.
It costs a certain amount to make content in the way that we do it. We try to put things on the screen that we feel adheres to a certain level of quality that you would find on, say, a Netflix or something like that. But in doing so, it does cost a certain amount. Like, for example, a Ghost Files episode. First, we have to travel to the location itself. We have to pay the location fee. We have to pay freelance staff that comes to help us shoot that when we're shooting in the studio. We have to pay for the studio to shoot the actual episode in. Then we have to pay for post. Before that, we also have to do the pre-production of the episode. And when you add that all up, we're talking about an end of a season that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Not to be that guy, but the Watcher can afford a $100,000 episode. They are making that back in one episode. It's not over-exaggerating to say that either. They're 1000% making that money back. Now, if they're not making that money back, that is a severe problem, and they are just really bad at managing their company. If you cannot make that money back, you have a severe problem. I don't know if they're just gambling addicts, they're alcoholics, drug addicts maybe even. I don't know, but if you're not making that money back, you have some sort of a problem in your personal life with financial spending, or in your business life with financial spending. Here's the thing, hire a fucking accountant to tell you where to spend your money. Hire anybody. Hire somebody to run the fucking business. I do not care. But if you cannot make a $100,000 episode and you can't make that money back, one sponsor will cover that for you. It is truly embarrassing what they're trying to convince you they can't afford.
The past few months and years, like, how can we make this business more sustainable? How can we make something where we can make the things that we want to make for all of you guys and not be worried about all the other forces that are here? In terms of where this company is going and where I believe that we can be the most successful, YouTube is no longer the place for that.
For anybody who's watched or supported us to this point, truly, thank you. The goal was always to make television caliber quality content. And not just for YouTube, but for you guys. I guess we just hope you guys follow us this one last time.
Their argument is basically that they're not making their money back because, well, they're either not making videos for advertisers, or they make their money back, but it's not good quality content that their consumers want, or, sorry, I don't want to call them consumers, they're their audience. But no, they're fucking sheep now because you want them to pay for your shitty streaming service. In the grand scheme of things, one last note on what he said. If YouTube isn't the place for it, then explain to me how Mr. Beast can spend millions sometimes on sets, and yet he still finds a way to make that money back. Because he doesn't spend more than he can afford. It's just simple business. Learn business and stop fucking complaining to your consumers why you can't do it.
To be
First of all, bigger and better content.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to improve Ghost Files. I mean, I'm very happy with how the show has been, produced so far, but the streamer is going to give us an opportunity to really add to it from a format standpoint, but we'll also be able to take bigger swings and go international, like we're going to the UK and we're going to Scotland. Also, the more resources we have, the more time we could focus on making the show better, and every season of that show, I want it to be better than the last, and I'm very excited for season 3, which you guys will see on the streamer.
And that brings me to my last point that I want to make. I don't know the numbers here. I tried running them myself, and the numbers aren't adding together. If you take their audience and you split it into 1/3 of the size, which is most likely the audience that's going to go to the streamer, maybe even less. You do the math there, it doesn't add up. You're gonna lose money if you switch to a streamer. That's just my personal opinion. You are going to lose money. You're not going to get more money. You're going to lose the money you were already making and probably split your revenue in half. Losing half your revenue, to me, doesn't sound like you're going to be able to grow Ghost Files or whatever the fuck. It sounds like you're going to have to start cutting costs. You're going to have to cut your staff because you were bad at business. You were bad at numbers, and then you blamed YouTube for your bad financial decisions. That's not how it works. Cry me a fucking river and get over it.